Well, good evening, Lair fam. This is Mistress Black Ivory, and welcome to today's Sensual Conversations and Cocktails. I'm just going to wait for a few minutes to let a few people get in and enjoy the conversations tonight. In the meantime, how are you all doing? How are you all doing? Make sure you have your libation ready to go because we have got the tequila to share tonight. Make sure, Layer Family, if you all are following on social media, um, Facebook or YouTube, make sure you guys comment in the message box below, and I will try my best to keep up with everybody's conversations tonight. Let's give it just a few minutes here. I hope to have a few special guests with me tonight. Good evening, Jamal. Good evening. A few special guests tonight. I hope that they will be able to join us. I know it is Mother's Day, so they may or may not be able to chime in for a few minutes, but I will announce them as they arrive on the air tonight. So just in case, just in case. So I'm going to just get started. And you all know, if you've been following Black Ivory's Lair for a little while, with Central Conversations and Cocktails, we start every conversation with our Black Pledge. So it goes a little something like this. I pledge allegiance to my self-care and to my Blackness within. I will use the pleasures of life as my guiding light, from one heart to one mind, and all the orgasms that I can stand. I don't know, I love that. I just love that so much because we control our own pleasure. And as you know, today is Mother's Day, but May is also Masturbation Month. Ha! So I hope you all are enjoying the pleasures of self release, self indulgence, self pleasure. Damn it, it's okay to have an orgasm or two. It is truly okay. And celebrate it this month. If you do not do it any other time of the year, indulge in the month of May. Trust me, it will relieve headaches, it will relieve stress, and it will just make you a happier person overall. Oh goodness. Oh, you guys you're drinking on Totitos tonight. Okay, all right now. Getting the lotion ready. Masturbation month is it seems like it's comical, but it truly is a release of energy, those endorphins, just like anything, if it's plugged up, it needs to be released sometime. So enjoy, and it's the month to do it in. So might as well indulge a little bit. But on a more serious note, for the month of May, it is also a Stroke Awareness Month. We do have to speak sometimes on a little more serious topics because it's important, especially in our community. We don't always listen to our bodies. We sometimes can find it as a sign of weakness that we're hurting, we're in pain. But with May, oh my goodness, with May being Stroke Awareness Month, please know there are a few symptoms that you should be looking out for and being aware of. I'm going to try to post them here on the screen. So they reference the word fast because you need fast critical treatment during this time. We want to look at the F for the face, make sure that there's no drooping. That is one of the indicators. Also, if the person is showing weakness or stiffness in the arms, that could also be an indicator. The speech, if it's slurred or if they're having difficulty forming words. And also the T is time. Make sure if you notice any of these symptoms, to definitely to call 911 for emergency help. The sooner, the better, the quicker the treatment. Typically, the more you have a chance for full recovery. So just be aware of the people that you interact with. If something seems a little off, take notice. Don't just kind of, they'll be okay, because sometimes we don't speak up for ourselves, or we're unable to speak up for ourselves. So again, with May being Stroke Awareness Month, I just felt the need to just bring that to everyone's attention. We'll be talking about a lot of risque things tonight, but we also need to keep in the forefront of our minds the serious sides of what we do and how we play. There are times where we may need that intervention of medical assistance. So moving on from that, because we want to keep up with the fun of tonight's conversation. I just wanted to say, happy Mother's Day to all of our Lair mothers, whether you are a mother by natural birth, adoption, stepchildren, foster children. However, if you're that auntie that has stepped up for a niece or nephew, happy Mother's Day to you as well. There are some times where we become mothers without even being petitioned for the namesake. We just step into the role of helping and assisting and being there for those who are in need. So with that, I wanted to share this video that I thought was just like on point for today's Mother's Day. It is a video that I tried to pull down, which I only was able to get the audio of, but we'll roll with it. But it is a Mother's Day poem by a young lady named Tia, I believe it's Nashe. I found her or saw her post on Instagram. I will also be posting her information as well to make sure she receives credit for her video being played. But it is called The Imperfect Superhero. So if you'll take just a few minutes to enjoy this little clip with me. Again, it's a Mother's Day tribute to all those within our Lair family.
No one can do it all, but a mom will for dang sure try. Made of I'll figure it out, and if it's about my kids. She lived for 9 months caring, sharing her temple with God to create life. Be she single or wife, her womb would bring forth the fruit of life. Her belly swollen like a globe because she is Mother Earth, soil, seed, and universe. Her prayers and petitions are made before God at an hour when you were sound asleep, when she is reminded of your heartbeat when you were small, when protecting you consisted of band-aids and snacks. In fact, your safety is what makes her call for no reason at all, tell you to come home now. Because this is her attempt to teach you lessons about boundaries and not wearing your welcomes out. Her doubt is minimal because she rarely thinks. Her instincts tell her what her spirit knows. Her soul grew you. Like God, she knew you. In her womb is where you bloom. She'll spend the rest of her days watering your life, being your light. She wants you to be better. As her body would never quite be the same, she'd aim to protect you from this world because you'll always be her little boy, her little girl. A mother hides her hurt to ensure her child heals. That pain transformed into power to reveal a bond divine. She binds evil and harm against her seed. She sing nursery rhymes if it would reverse time because you grew so fast. If it make your innocence last. Her past is usually none of your business, but also why her expectations of you are sky high. She hustles hard, whether blue collared or degreed. A mom believes. How old were you when you realized your mom was a human being too? A former girl with dreams dreams deferred. Some she left sleep in her imagination to raise you. She didn't always do what you preferred, but she did the best she could with what she had. She proclaims you blessed, even when others tell you are less. A collection of, do I need to go up to that school? And who's their mom? This is both terrifying and amazing because mom has your back. She acts like being strong is easy, but it's an exhausting art form. Under the immensity of pressures are when moms perform. The extra mile is the only way she knows how to travel.
All right. I'm not sure why it cut out. It almost to the end, but that was again a tribute to Lair mothers on here on Mother's Day. Thank you all for joining and tuning in tonight for Sensual Conversations and Cocktails. I just wanted to say my hat is off to you for being a mother within your community and within your home. So again, happy Mother's Day to all those who are among our Lair family. So let's see here. Oh, I almost forgot to mention our Lair happenings. So coming down the pipeline for the month of May and June, we got a couple little kinky little things going on, y'all. We're going to have hopefully a special guest here coming on soon to talk about the appearance of Black Ivory and Black Ivory's Lair at her upcoming event. And it is going to be May 29th. So ladies, mark your calendars for a sexy Saturday with Miss Mahogany Misfit. I will hopefully have her on here in just a few minutes to share a little bit more about what's going to be happening on her May 29th event that I am so looking forward to being a part of. It was really gracious of her to ask for Black Ivory to make a special guest appearance. So that is going to be on your calendars for Saturday, May 29th. And more information will be presented later in the episode tonight, and I will also post it this evening after the show ends. That is for May. For June, we have our upcoming Sip and Paint, which is a drink and paint. It will be a fun virtual event. This will be considered the cigar edition of our upcoming playtime virtually. It is a burlesque styled sip and paint, and I, Mistress Black Ivory, will be the muse of the evening. So ladies and gentlemen, you will get to paint me. So that will be fun. Information again is posted and will be more updated information will be given later in this month for June 5th. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite. So be sure to subscribe to our page, whether it's here on Facebook or on YouTube. It is all at Black Ivory's Lair. So make sure you follow, share it with a friend, and be sure to get those tickets for our night of fun. It will definitely be interesting to virtually see how everybody views Mistress Black Ivory. So it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. So be sure to subscribe and be sure to get your ticket to be within Lair. So let's see if we have any of our guests are in yet. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Jamal. You're looking forward to finding me. Well, I am. I'm looking forward to entertaining everybody. So yes, I have some special things going on and getting prepared for the evening. So I look forward to it. Make sure you get your tickets. Get your tickets. There is an early bird special going on now, so don't miss out on that. It will end, I believe, next week. So Get 'em, get 'em, get 'em. Okay, so I'm not seeing my guests in yet, so I was just checking to see if anybody is logged in. And again, it's Mother's Day, so I know everybody is out and busy with family and friends and um, all the festivities. And I'm here. I'm drinking, but I'm here. I'm not all alone because I actually did Skype earlier, actually FaceTime earlier with my son, and that was just hilarious. You know, young adults are they're so invincible, right? They know everything, and they are, if they're anything like you as their parent, ooh, they are a spitfire. So it was a blessing, and it was a lot of laughs, bringing back old memories of different things that have happened with him over the years, and how I was the mom that just pestered him on everything, because as a single parent, you want to raise your child being respectful, being very much independent and not depending on other people, if they can avoid it, but also knowing how to work with people. And he was saying that because I was so quote unquote antisocial with his friends' parents, with him growing up, he felt that I was always the boring house to come to until he got older and realized that, man, my mom likes to party. She likes to have fun, and she actually takes the time to actually take us places. And, I was a young mom, so I liked having fun. I was still just a big ass kid myself, So just enjoying those memories with him, and remembering talking about, Lord have mercy, the last time we went skating together, roller skating at the roller rink, and it was like the most embarrassing time for me as his mom, but for for him, he was having a blast as a kid. But I miss, oh, I can get this, I'm not that old, I'm still can hang with the young people, right? Yeah. A couple hours later, ER visit, hands broken, and cut up. I'm now having to drive a manual shifted car to with one hand, but I have fun, y'all. I have fun. Whew, I tell you, yeah, it's quite interesting, and trying to be active with your children at a young age, but still not trying to show your age. Trust me, if bad shit can happen, it will happen to me. I am like the magnet for shit happening, but it's usually always when I'm trying to have the most fun. So that was just a fun thing that we were cackling about earlier today. But yeah, on this Mother's Day, he definitely was trying to keep me in smiles, because he's not here in Chicago, and it's been forever since I've seen him because of the pandemic and all the stuff with the community. And it's tough when you are a family person and you want to be with them and you can't. Like, some crazy person telling you can't be with them because it's something that's in the air. It's like, okay, we gotta brave y'all. I want to see my kid. Show me my kid. Where's my kid? But it's, memories are a beautiful thing, and that we can have the technology today to be able to still see each other, even though we're not local to each other at this time. So He's actually in Texas, so it's not that far of a drive. But again, with the pandemic and with the new jobs and family life and all that stuff, it's hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be able to make the trip down, or he'll be able to make the trip up, and we'll get to spend a little time playing and doing all this shit that I shouldn't be doing, but because my kid's in town, I'm gonna do it anyway. He's the kind that will have me out, on the longboard, out there skateboarding and shit, and just having a good time, because he knows I enjoy that kind of play, and I don't often am able to do that as an adult because I'm too damn old to be out there just doing the crazy, right? But he definitely keeps me outside of the box, so I'm grateful for that. So, being that I do not have my fans, my guests on yet, I am just going to get into the nitty-gritty of tonight's conversation. But before I do, is there anything that anyone would like to talk about? I'm going into the chat now to see if there's any questions. Oh, no, I mean, I feel like I'm a young mother. I am mid-range by age number, but my heart, my body, everything, I'm still young. I like getting out. I like trying new things. But he definitely kept me young in spirit, trying to make sure that I was still spending time and enjoying life with him, going bike riding, doing the skating, learning how to be a skateboard mom, that that was fun, and to the point where, he hasn't yet convinced me to go skydiving or bungee jumping. He's talked about it a few times, and I'm just like, yeah, there's just some things I just shouldn't do. There's just some things I shouldn't do. But he enjoys nature, being outside, and that in itself kept me moving. As an adult, we get so bogged down with the day-to-day, and I gotta make this meeting, I gotta go to this appointment, and sometimes it's just okay to freaking go to the arcade and just spend a couple $100 on freaking video games. It's okay to buy the latest video, console or whatever for your child, so that you can have that connection time with them. Now, as he is an adult, I don't so much as indulge. And now it's like, okay, you need to get your mom that video game. She really wants to play that. So the roles have kind of exchanged, but it's it's all in just keeping with that connection with our children, no matter how far or how long in between those conversations are, to keep that beautiful connection. I mean, even though it's Mother's Day and we talk about, all things moms oriented, there are a lot of single dads out there. And I commend you for being a single father on today, Mother's Day. I hope that your situation is one where you can share the beauty of their mother, whether she's, still here with us on this earth, or if she's, have passed on, that you can still feel confident enough to get that motherly influence still for your child, however you see fit to do so. Video games, yes, I actually really love video games, but I have not had much time since moving here to actually play them. But I'm definitely going to put it back on the to-do list. I've seen some good ones that I've been watching other people indulging in, and I just may bite the bullet. Instead of waiting for my kiddo to get me a new console, is to just get it myself. So are there any questions from the Lair family? If any questions that you want to talk about or any subjects that anyone wants to talk about this evening? I'm just looking at the messages here to make sure I haven't missed anybody. Let's see. Okay, I don't see any comments that I have missed just yet, so I'm going to just keep it moving. So, back with the month of May and it being Masturbation Month. If you could tell me in the chat, what is your favorite either position for self-play or your favorite toy for self-play? If there's anyone in the chat that can just say, you can even send it to me personally. You don't have to put it in the group chat if you don't want to share that with everyone. I have one person that says the rose. Oh, okay, that is actually one of the new female vibes, clitoral vibes that has reached the U.S. market, and it is fire. Yeah. So if you don't know about the rose, it is a clitoral stimulator that actually it sucks in and it blows out air, and it also vibes. And it actually is shaped like a rose bud, and it's very pleasurable. I know for myself, it was, I felt that I could use a stronger motor in it, but the few ladies that I have gotten feedback from, they say it's definitely worth the investment. It's worth the pleasure that it brings, and it's not very noisy, so you can use it discreetly, which is nice. So it is definitely one that I would put in the travel kit to take with you on trips. And it's waterproof, so that's even better. It holds a great charge. So yeah, so definitely I would say the rose is a good investment. Anyone else? Oops. I keep pushing the wrong buttons on my phone, y'all. Let's see, I think I'm getting a message from someone here. Give me just a moment, family, so I can respond here. Oh, guys, I don't think my mom's going to be able to make it on tonight. And she just messaged me, so hopefully she'll be able to get her Wi-Fi connection going. I wanted to bring my mom on tonight so you guys can see your mom. Hey, Jazzy J, how you doing? Thankful that you're able to join us tonight. Oh, okay. Cool. So yes, I provide a lot of different services here at Black Ivory's Lair. We are currently still holding off on the one-on-ones right now. We are still doing everything virtually. However, we do provide Sensual education, which is essentially how to ride if you're having issues with getting good positioning for that. How to queen, which is the face sitting. How to moon, which is the pegging. We pretty much can tailor make an education for you if that is something that you need. So if you have any questions or need any assistance on that level, please make sure that you send me a direct message. You can message me through our website, which is blackivorislayer.com, or you can follow us on and message through social media at Black Ivory's Lair. Again, that's blackivorislayer.com. Make sure that you subscribe so that you can send a personal message for to get your consultation. Consultations do hold a service fee. However, that service fee does get transferred to you as a credit to product purchase. So it's worth the investment because your pleasure is your life, you know. So if you are having issues or concerns or just want to know the latest on something, hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up. That is what I'm here for. I am an intimacy coach. I do specialize in keeping your sandbox fluffed and ready to rock and roll. And when I mean sandbox, I mean wherever your play time occurs, whether it is in your bedroom, whether it is on vacation, whether it is in your car, hell, wherever you have that time, I will help you make that time a special time. That is what I am here for. Let's see, there's another question here. One moment, everybody, while I'm trying to. Oh, you want to see the outfit? I might show the outfit. Let me see if I can show the outfit. I don't know if I can in this screen. I'll show a little bit of the outfit. See, I don't know if you guys can see it in here because of how this screen is, but it's a nice little. Oh, I'm fading away. Oh. Oh, sorry guys, can't show the outfit. See what happens when I show the outfit. You see what happens when I show the outfit? So what I'll do, because I can't show the outfit right now, apparently it won't just let me be great. I will post a couple pictures that I took earlier today. So you see what happens when I try to be great, y'all. I try to be great and fabulous, and it just says, not today. Not today, sister. You saw enough? Okay, great. I'm glad I was able to do that. But I will post at least one picture after tonight's episode, just so that you all can get a little eye candy, a little taste what our June 5th event will be like. Just a little smidge. A teaser, shall I say, right? Just a teaser. I try to be accommodating, you guys. It just, like I said, technology doesn't always want me to be great. So, but I try to roll with it. I was trying to do the green screen tonight because I just wanted to see a little something different when I'm looking at the camera. So I hope that you all enjoy my little cameras as little pictures as well. Trying to do something a little bit different, so it's not the same old background. So I'm gonna figure out one of these days. I'm gonna get this technology down where I won't have any technical difficulties. But until then, we just roll with it, baby. Just roll with me. We'll get there eventually. We'll all get there eventually. Any other questions? So the question was, in your personal time, what is your favorite position for self-pleasure or your favorite toy for self-pleasure? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jamal. I'm actually enjoying or getting used to being on live and talking. I would love to one day be able to have more guests come on. Oh, tell him I said hi. Tell him I said hi. I can't wait to see him again. Give him hugs and kisses. You're like, I ain't giving no man no kiss. Well, tell him it is from Black Ivory, and I can't wait to see him again. Oh. Y'all, I am drinking on this mango. It's like a concoction that I don't know how I did it, y'all, but this shit was good. It's good. It's good. So it is Hennessy, mango juice, crushed mint, and papaya. Oh, y'all, it is so delicious. It is just like, oh, it's getting my tingly bits going. Oh, goodness, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I see a couple people have logged into the comments. Anyone want to answer or give me some ideas, you can do a private chat to me. So if you don't want to have your name out there for the question. So it is, what is your one favorite position for self-pleasure masturbation? And or your favorite toy to use while you're self-pleasuring? Yes, Jamal, it's a great drink. It's like a little concoction that I kind of put together, but I was like, oh shit, all right, this is good. This is I like. Oh, you guys, I'm a little disappointed that my guests aren't able to log in. I really wanted my mom to come on tonight. I don't often get a chance to introduce my mother. I call Queen Bee. She's like the fiercest woman that I have come across in a long time. Not just because she's my mom, but because she's just a phenomenal woman who loves her community. Okay. So you want to know what a good toy is for men? Okay. Well, if you're solo pleasuring, I feel that any of the strokers would be good. I do recommend a stroker that has the ability to vibe as well. I find that the stimulation of not just going up and down is good, but also to have, while you have that up and down stroke or the roundabout stroke, the vibration, it helps make a harder, more fierce orgasm for the penis holders. Because I don't want to say men, because sometimes people are offended and I don't want to do that. So you always talk about women. Yes, unfortunately, there are so many toys on the market that are based on clitoral holders, females, to self-pleasure or to be partner pleasured with. However, there are some for guys. Again, the strokers, for me, I've noticed that the stroker is one of the go-to because it can be universally used. The inside texture can be changed out. Like you can have the flat surface where it's just the silicone, or it could be ridged. It could be hard. It could be soft. But again, my favorite is to have the textured inside with a vibe capability. That slow rhythm, the fast rhythm, the intermittent stop. But what I have found is that the newer ones that are on the market now with the capability to be controlled via your phone, because so many people, I don't know about you, but I have a long distance partnership, and it is just amazing to me how my partner can control a part of my pleasure and he's not even in the same state. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, that shit is like phenomenal, especially when you're doing the video chatting and you just want to feel something from them. It is it helps bring that the color to that partnership. So what do I recommend, guys, for to orally please? Okay. So to orally please, if you're looking for product like a toy, an apparatus, you can use anything from any of the clitoral stimulators to a vibe, to the tongue vibe. So you can put the little ring on your tongue. And it actually sits like, almost looks like a piercing, and it vibes so that you don't have to work so hard with you with your tongue. You just basically are providing the lubricant with your mouth. So that is one that I would definitely say, it's less than $20. It's worth the investment. Also, if you are using your mouth along with your fingers, there are the ones that are look like little finger cots that can go on your finger while you're also orally stimulating. Let's see. I mean, there's so many. I'll actually put a couple links into the chat afterwards because there's some really good ones on the market as far as orally is concerned. In the lifestyle, how can taking a man be still seen appealing without sacrificing? Okay. So the question is, let me see if I can get this a little bit bigger so I can read this shit. Y'all know I'm blind. So the question is, how can a man still be seen as how can a taken man still be seen as appealing to others without sacrificing his relationship? This is actually a really good question. The reason I say it's a good question is because it really brings out the fact that you have to communicate with the partner that you're in a relationship with. Because if they are not okay with you putting yourself on the market to be approached, then that is one that could be a potential red flag for you. But to me, it's appealing if a man is on the market, he has a partner, and if his partner shows that it's okay for him to be flirting, that is a turn on for me, because that's the first thing I'm going to ask a person, whether they're male or female, if they are approaching and wanting to get a little intimate with Black Ivory. I'm going to ask them, what is their partner? How does their partner feel? Let me talk to your partner, because you can tell me one thing, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's how the partner feels. And I am a firm believer in being on the up and up and doing shit the right way and playing with your cards face up. So that is the number one appeal, is that if you are already in a long-term something, whatever you want to title it, to make sure that your partner is cool with you being out there, because believe it or not, it does affect them, and it affects how your partner sees you, not just those new interests, because if you can say, hey, I am in a partnership, this person knows about you, and this person knows that I'm, trying to exchange that information with you, it makes it a smoother transition. Two, everybody knows what's going on, so there's no secrets, and that's the bottom line. There are no secrets. Let's see. Yeah, the women have so many toys. As an elderly man, how can I still use foreplay? Oh, foreplay. We like that. So being seasoned, I feel that your communication, your words, your thoughts, your playtime as far as before the sex ever happens. Whether you're writing a little love note, whether you are sending that sexy picture or asking for a sexy picture for your personal stimulation, or you are surprising them with a little, reveal, a little, hey, baby, while you're talking to that person, you're touching them. It's those little things that get the senses just on edge. We need that. We need that stimuli. We need that stimuli. Oh, you guys, hold on. Let me see. There's a couple more questions, but we're going to get back to that in just a minute, you guys, because we have the one and only Miss Duchess Cashmere is joining us tonight. And here she comes, y'all. Oh, look, let me refill my libation. Let me refill my libation because she is about to share all her tea, honey. Let's see. Are y'all ready? I know I'm ready. Here she comes.
Hey!
Hello. How are you? Beautiful.
I'm good.
Looking all extra delicious over there.
I had to come show out for the mistress, of course.
Honey, I am ready. I was telling everybody, look, I just been refill my libation because she about to share all the tea up in here.
All the tea, darling. All of it.
All right. How are you doing on this beautiful Mother's Day?
I'm good. I haven't really done too much of anything today. Just been kind of laying up.
Look, honey, I was like, oh, do I want to put clothes on? Not today. Not today. So
I put this on for you.
I tell you, I was like, oh, what do I want to wear today? I'm like, I'm being sexy and casual because I am home, laid up, waiting for my playtime. So I'm like, oh, how much longer do I have on this live? Because I'm ready to play. I'm ready to play, y'all. I'm ready to play.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm with it. I'm with it now. I'm with you now. I'm paying attention.
It's all good. It is all good. I was just sharing with Lair family here that there are so many ways that we can self-pleasure in the month of May because it is, the masturbation month. And I was asking them, what their favorite position or their favorite toy was for self-pleasure. We were just kind of closing up on that, but they have some good questions, girl. Some good questions.
I usually say, see my I got them all. I got them charged up, ready to go.
I was like, oh yes, I cannot wait to play. I got some new ones. I'm just ready to test out, y'all.
All charged up and ready to go.
Honey, yes.
What am I sipping on? I'm drinking Moscato tonight.
Ooh, all right now. All right. Pink or red or white?
It's peach.
Oh, peach. Okay.
Yes, right. I love all things peach flavored.
Oh, I have to remember that. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
All things peach flavored.
I tell you. Let's see. I was trying to see if there was any more questions so far.
Okay.
Oh, they was talking about penis extenders and all that. Oh, they was having good side conversations. Okay.
Oh. I'm with it. Love the mask. Thank you. I still work in corporate America on my 9 to 5, so we have to have the mask for now. But I'm waiting and anticipating the time where I can just let Duchess all the way free for the people.
I know. I love the mask too. It is. Oh, Miss Duchess, I'm gonna have to interrupt real briefly. I'm gonna
Yes.
actually add my mother onto our conversation because I was waiting
Yay!
and hoping that she was able to come on, honey. But here we go. Let me see if I can.
Yes, the
If I can add
queen.
her. You look good, woman. How you doing, mama? Hey,
I am
beautiful.
blessed and highly favored. How are you ladies today?
All right, all
Hello.
right. Mom, this is Miss Duchess Cashmere, Duchess,
Hi,
and my
Mom.
mother,
Hello, Candace
Evangelist
Duchess.
Mary Favors.
Ooh, Evangelist Mary
Yes,
Favor. All right.
yes. Look,
Yes.
I told Duchess. I told my mom. I said, "Okay, Mom, I'm have you on, but please don't preach us under the bus because look, we in all our goodness tonight. we in all our goodness tonight."
Yes.
Ah,
Sounds fair. Sounds
oh
fair.
my goodness, my
Okay.
goodness. But I just everybody. I was talking to my family earlier today, my Lair family, and was just letting them know, Mom, that I was like, my mom's not coming on, you guys. I was
Aw.
so looking for it. I mean, you guys, I haven't seen my mom like in the physical for almost 2 years. It's like
Ooh.
I miss her. And when I spend time with her virtually, I'm just like, I miss home.
Yes.
I miss my mom. Y'all, I'm just a big ass kid, okay? I am just a big kid. But mom, thank you so much for joining us today. I know you guys are doing Mother's Day stuff, but I did want to ask you just a few quick questions, so that you can share a little bit of encouragement with our Sensual Frisket friends tonight.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
um, so the number one question that I wanted to ask you is, as you are now a seasoned woman, from your childhood to now, what has changed your thoughts about being a woman?
Mm.
That's pretty loaded, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. Well, growing up, I pretty much grew up as a real fast kind of, one of those little girls that was mischievous, always into things, wanting to grow up really fast. Like my next door neighbor, that lady that was the woman of the house next door to us. She smoked cigarettes and she had the big up hairdo. She was driving the Mustang Sally when they first came in, and I'm saying like, wow, when I grow up, I want to be just like Miss Hendrix, I want to be able to
Mm.
flick my cigarette, and put it in my face and go, ooh, let my hair down, my car window, because the lady was sharp. She always had nice things. Everything about her was just always lovely and lavish, and her house was just right on. You know what I mean? Everything about her. And that was who I wanted to be and how I wanted to show myself.
Mhm.
And as time went on as a teenager, started having children and became the single parent, had to get up and go to work and do all those things and be the mom, the cook, the laundry girl, the hairdresser, the errand boy, had to be the the doctor, all of these
Mhm.
things. It
Yeah, the
began
doctor for
to,
me, y'all. She was always
you know,
fixing on something.
it began to take me to a different place where I began to not see all of that lavish stuff as being so important as
Mhm.
versus trying to make sure that we could eat, we could go places and do things, the simple things, as a single parent and wanting to go to school and feeling like I had missed something somewhere, but still in all, I wanted to go to school so that I could become the best, become more than just Miss Mom. And it came to a place also that I began to tell the Lord, I'm tired of hearing mama, mama, mama.
Ooh.
I want to hear somebody else calling my name,
Yes. My
But
name's
I mean,
not Mama.
you
I
never
know
stop.
she changed her name all the time. She's like, that ain't my name today. That's not my name today.
You know, you young at heart, and you still feeling like, is there more for me than just going to work, coming home, going to the grocery store, picking that up, bringing it home, cooking it, making sure everybody done did their homework, making sure I'm play with them and talk to them, and read to them, all these things. And I still wanted me to still have life.
Mm-hmm.
And so that part of me kind of began to change. And as I wanted to take on that kind of that still, flirtatious young woman that I was, I began to see something else too. As you look around your friends and family and church and everything that I was doing, I began to see there were certain things I didn't really want around my children.
Mm,
So I had to start weighing things in the balance for me. I had to shake a lot of things off because I wanted you guys to have something that you could feel good about me with. Because I done been out there being wild and crazy. I mean, I know how to make a dime. I know how to
wait,
spin
wait.
a dollar. I know how, you know what I mean?
Yes, yes,
You know,
yeah.
as the pastor said, he was saying, "But Mary, you gonna marry that old boy? No, he ain't got
No,
enough
he ain't
money.
the one. He
No,
ain't the one.
so
Maybe the next one.
so I began to see a set of stage even for me. Never to say that anybody wasn't qualified enough for me, but
Mhm.
in my inward spirit person, I knew what I didn't want to settle for. I
Right.
had some struggles that made me feel that I didn't need anybody, but that wasn't true either. So
Mhm.
I had to go into a deep part of my inward spirit, man, and to truly find me.
Mhm.
I learned to be a survivor. I learned who I was as a woman, that I can survive anything. I didn't need anybody else to complete me. But there were nights when that bed would get cold and lonely. I began to say,
I know, right?
"Oh
You're like, hell,
God, what am I
I
supposed to
miss
do?"
my warm hell. Where he at? Where he at?
So it took a lot of things to help bring me to a place where I could be satisfied with who I was as a
Mhm.
woman, as a person, as a mother, as a nurturer to my children and to myself. So it was a lot of growing up days. It was a lot of days of not having or doing what I wanted, to
Yeah.
make things right so that I could live comfortable and not have to wait for someone else to give me anything.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Yeah, that is the one thing that I commend my mom looking back at us growing up. She was always like, if you're gonna be a bum, be the best damn bum out there. Like know where all the places to sleep, get the free food. Like know your craft. If you're gonna be good at something, no matter what it is, be good at it. Be the best. And
Yeah.
she would always hold us to the fire on that. It's like, okay, well, you want to go out and do X, Y, and Z just because Sally doing it, but what you gonna do to make it different for you? You know what I'm saying? So it's like um you have to know yourself and know why it is that you are doing something or want to do something.
Right.
Um so yeah, I was just like, ooh, my mom. She's I was telling everybody earlier, mom, that you are the person that I look up to the most because not just because you're my mom, but because you've always been a go-getter. My mom is always, as far as long as I know, until she retired, she's always worked. Like she gonna have what she had, and we gonna get what we need because she gonna get it, And she was never the one to wait for somebody else to give her the okay, yeah, you can go do this now. She's like, now if I thought about it, I'm a look. What do I need to do? How many weekends I need to work so that we can take this vacation? So she's definitely the one who taught me the love of being the go-getter, and that your self-love is loving on you, no matter how you do that. You're loving on yourself, and um if that includes your family, that includes your family. And sometimes it don't include your family, because there was many times she was like, look, y'all staying with auntie and I'm gonna be back. This is my weekend. This is my weekend, but she knew that she needed that time so that she can come back and we can smile on her face and be back to mama. So I'm grateful. I would not have chosen a different mother if I could have, because she's always had my back. She's always been the one that has said, you got this. It's up to you. If you want it, then go get it, and even in the lifestyle that I live today, maybe a little bit different than the church growing up that I know, but I know my foundation. And for her, I am grateful to that strong foundation of, at any time, I know where home is. So that is the one thing that I will say out to my Lair family. Regardless of the struggle that you have with your children, with your family, you love what bonds you together. Nobody can break that bond but you with that individual person or that group of people. They always say blood is thicker than water. Well, I say, you know what? Love overcomes everything, no matter the struggle, no matter the differences. If you want to make it right, get it right in here first so that you can share it outward. And Mom, I thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show with me tonight, Mom. But we about to talk grown folks conversation now. It's time for you to go to bed, Mom.
As I said, darling, you know I love you. Don't you forget that, okay? And it was nice meeting you. All right, you guys, you ladies, be blessed.
All right, Mom, love you. Bye-bye. I'm so glad my mama came on.
That's the first time she been on your show?
Yes, that's the first time. That's great. Yes, because she was like, y'all too grown up on there for me. I don't know.
I moved my camera and everything. I was like, I'm showing too much.
Girl, look. I was just like, I was trying to make sure that the girls was a little covered, because she gonna talk about that later. She's gonna be like, I
saw you.
But it's all good. It is all good. Oh, okay, girl.
Okay.
Look, the coast is clear. The coast is clear now.
Okay.
But it's free. We are free to cut up. We are free to cut up.
Okay. I'm with it.
Before I do that, let me make sure that I am putting out your info on here. Hold on. I had it saved. Here we go. So, you guys make sure, Lair family, that you are following Miss Duchess Cashmere and her. What is the red room? Oh, girl, I just messed it all the
The Cashmere room.
I'm like, damn, is it the red room? Shit, I fucked it all the way up.
The Cashmere room.
I am so sorry. Woo. Oh, now you know that's one of my pet peeves. I'm like, get the shit right. That's why I had to write it out on here.
Copy and paste it to me.
Okay, girl, look. Look, so I want to make sure that I put it out there. Everybody, Lair family, please be sure to follow Duchess on her podcast, on Twitter, Facebook. You know what? Anywhere you can see Duchess Cashmere, follow her, and she will follow you back, y'all. Because you know what?
Of course.
We like getting newbies in our family.
Yes, we do. It's always room for everyone in the cast.
Yes. No matter what your pleasure.
I know, right? All kinks are welcome.
We are here to please. We are here to I love it. I love it. So, Duchess.
Yes.
Little birdie has told me you have got some new things that you are willing to share with our Lair tonight.
I would share all of it with you. You know, we go back. We get girlfriends.
Look, I was just like, "Ooh, I'm ready to be stimulated." Let me get them ready. Let me get them ready. I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready.
So, we're gonna talk about the email. He said we're gonna talk about being a sex positive mother.
Yes, honey. Yes. I mean, literally, it is for me. My child, my son is, he's 24 now, and
Okay.
he is not that he was never okay with what I do, but he's now finding that what I've been talking about all this time actually makes sense. Now that he's
Okay.
and it's not just like, oh, mom's always passing out condoms to my friends. But it's like I wanted to help them along their way because I knew what they were trying to learn in school was not the end all, the be all.
Exactly.
And just knowing that his friends were always at my place.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they were considered my kids. I wasn't trying to be no early grandma, okay?
Okay,
And
not
they
at
were
all.
my kids. They were like all the the his little crew of friends. They're my boys, and it's like, look, we ain't having no kids early.
Okay.
Because I ain't helping y'all take care of no rugrats. But
because I got things to do of my own.
Exactly. And that, and now I'm officially a grandmother now, but it was just, wait, it's okay. It's okay to play because everybody's going to play. Nothing wrong with that. But play safely, play soundly, and know that with play, there's pros and cons, always consequence, good or bad.
Exactly.
And, that was my household. That's what I preached. You know what I'm saying? So, because look, I know they're going to do it. Hell, I did it. I know they're going to do it. So why not armor them with some shit that's going to help them in the long run? You know what I'm saying? So, but what's your take? What is your take on
I did a very open path as well. Like I started sitting her down in like kindergarten and first grade. And like even when she was an infant, I didn't teach coochie and wee. I taught vagina and penis. And my mother-in-law hated it. And I was like, look, we can't be in court talking about he touched my coochie. We need to know exactly what it is. What
he touched. Exactly. Yes. They would call it a pocketbook. Like, what the hell is a pocketbook?
Exactly. And then so as she got older, every year we would revisit the sex talk and I would tell her a little more every year as the years went by. And she does know what I do. She finds it very, I can't believe that you write that type of stuff. And I was like, well, mama grown.
Right. Yes.
Mama grown. And but I mean, she still kept her little secrets from me. But I will say this. I got her to 18. I am still not a grandmother. Thank the Lord.
I know, right?
I got her to 18. So, but just, play smart. Be smart about it. Enjoy yourself as a young woman. Don't be don't be ashamed of it like I was when I was her age. Like I was doing the same shit that she is doing. Actually, I was probably doing more than what she's doing right now. But I still had this shame of it. I was leading this whole double life. I was singing praise and worship in the choir every Sunday. But
you see, my mama's a pastor, I'm like,
yeah. She's very tame compared to how I was when I was her age. Very tame.
Well, but the fact that you had those conversations with her growing up, it wasn't, you get to 15, 16, and now you want to have this conversation like where you get always. I've had these questions for years and I didn't know how to ask it. Or I didn't know how to approach it, Now that I'm a teenager, I don't want to talk to you about it now.
No. And I mean, and she still didn't want to talk to me about it. She was just like, no, do we really? I was like, yes, we do. We really do. We really do have to talk about this.
Right. Well, I feel like as a single mom with a boy, to me, that's the hardest because it's like, how do you talk to him about being a man and what he needs to see about his own penis? I don't have penis, so it's like
I couldn't imagine.
I can't. It was the hardest thing for me, and it's like I used a lot of books because I wanted him to have that visualization that I couldn't show him. Like if I had a daughter, I could be like, okay, this is what you feel when there's something awkward, when there's, when you're doing your breast exams and all that stuff that you need to
Yeah.
learn how to do, you can mimic and demonstrate to them. But when there's
Exactly.
opposite sex, it's like, shit, how do I do this?
No.
How do I do it? And if he explains it to somebody else, that it's not like, oh, your mom's molesting you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want to have that awkward conversation.
That awkward moment, And I was thankful to have an understanding male doctor to give me some books and things that was able to help him, like showing how to clean your penis. Men, you have to clean your penis. It is a part of the body.
Yes.
It's a part of the body. And especially if you're not circumcised, you really need to keep your hygiene up. And, because it's important. It's important. And it's like, whoo, it's hard. Why did I
imagine? I have a stepson that's the same age as my daughter, but we got together late in life. So he was a big boy by the time.
By the time you got, by the time you came here,
Yeah.
Okay. See, yeah, it was just different. But I'm thankful for the challenge because now I can use that and I can talk to younger adults or, preteens, and, I can actually talk to elementary kids, and it's not a difficult conversation now,
Yes, that's what I find.
We're going to be like, ooh, like, oh, like, ooh.
I got into this because it's very easy for me to talk about sex. I don't, none of that. I mean, I do when I'm flirting.
Flirting,
but for the most part, yeah. I mean,
that's different. But when it comes down to serious and being business, and this is my educational voice. Like, look, we've got to learn some stuff right now.
Exactly. I'm with it.
So, but how do you? I don't know if you were a single mom for a long period of time, but if you were a single mom, how do you feel having to provide for your child, put them in daycare, and still be that super mom and still have your time? How did you handle that?
Well, when I was a single mom, I lived away from my extended family. Like, I had no siblings with me. So I lived in a town by myself. Mm-hmm. So I tell you what, I put her ass to sleep. Okay. It's Saturday night.
Yes.
Mom got shit to do. We're going to go to the park. We're going to play and run. You're going to eat. You're going to get your ass in the tub and you're going to bed.
Okay. Grown folks time.
Mom's having company. And I would sneak. My gentleman would come right on in the front door and I would take him right on to my room. And then if I wanted to go out, shit, I went out and got me some girlfriends. I joined a social club so I could have like a group of mom friends, and we would kind of rotate the kids from house to house.
Oh, nice. See, yeah. I didn't have that growing up, but like when my son was younger, I wasn't very social friendly to
gotcha
the parents in his age because I was so much younger than most of their parents.
Gotcha.
So I kind of felt like, dang, I'm like, these are like my parents, I ain't trying to hang out with these people, but
I feel you.
As he got older, I found a little bit that dating was a little more challenging because I didn't want him to look at me as his mom as, dang, my mom just ran through like 20 guys. She didn't had all these guys, but I was always one to like if the gentleman was okay enough for me to introduce to my son, then he was never Uncle Nobody. He was this is Mr. So-and-so.
Yes.
Yeah. He's coming for dinner and you may not see him again, but you know what? He's coming for dinner tonight. You know, because I believe in being honest with my son. Your mom's young. I'm going to date. I have boyfriends,
yes.
And now as an adult and, he's living his own life, he's like, Mom, I don't want you to introduce me to any of your friends unless you're serious about him. I'm like, good, because shit, half time I don't remember their names. No way. like, no.
It's weird because I remember my daughter had this fantasy, and she probably still has this fantasy in the back of her mind just a little bit, that she and I will just live together forever.
Forever.
And I was like, girl, I was like, how this gonna work? I was like, how you gonna fuck living in the house with your mama? How you gonna do that?
Right? Be like,
I said, how you gonna do that? I said, one of these days you are gonna be a young woman. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. You're not gonna want to live. I want to live with you forever. No, you don't. I promise you don't.
Oh my gosh. I will never forget. My son was probably 16, 17. And I had a gentleman friend over, and the next morning he was like, I'm never dating. And I'm like, why? I said, why? He says, Mom, why were you so loud?
Busted.
I was like, you know what? When you get a girlfriend, and if your girlfriend is loud and she's very excited, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
You're gonna learn today, son.
He's like, I'm never dating. Oh, but I'm like, look, I'm just trying to tell you, you're not always going to be quiet. That's the end of the day, is you're not always going to be quiet, even when you're trying to be quiet.
Yeah, it's like,
I didn't realize I was that loud, but I think he was just eavesdropping.
It's very possible. It's very possible. See those little shadow feet right up under the door, the light.
I'm just like, oh my God,
see
you're going to be traumatized. But I didn't become a grandmother until 2 years ago, so I did something right.
I will tell you, when my daughter was younger, we were in the church, right? So this church mother was praying over my daughter, and she said, please, Lord, protect the baby's ears so she don't hear what she don't supposed to hear. She was like, I know you young, you're gonna do your thing, but just protect the baby's ears, Lord. I was like, oh wow.
Oh, but that is the life of being a young parent. Because especially if you are a single parent, you are going to date, and it's okay to date when you have young children. It is okay. You do not have to stop your life just because you have children. It is, you never have to put your life on hold, because that, to me, it's unrealistic. It is unhealthy.
I mean, that's why they invented babysitters.
For real, honey.
Come over here and keep this kid. I got to get away.
But my thing was, if during that time, if a gentleman was interested in dating, that was his responsibility. You have to pay for the sitter.
Yes.
You have to pay for the sitter.
I used to make them buy an extra meal to take home to my child.
See, I mean, I think that it is, it's a part of dating when you are dating someone who has a ready-made family. There is some unfortunate, I won't say unfortunate, there are some investments that need to happen,
Exactly.
And to me, it weeds out those ones that aren't interested in anyway, because if you can't spend, $20, $30, $40 on a sitter for the night, did you really plan on going out with me?
Exactly. Well, you have two categories. You have dating for potential something else, and then you just have playmates.
Right. But even in that, there's a cost somewhere. There is a cost associated. And people tend to be like, well, but that's your responsibility, you're dating. But it's our responsibility if you want to date me. And because I'm a package deal. This
is what needs to happen.
So I was blessed to have gentlemen that were like, shit, okay, where we going?
Okay.
So I'm grateful for that, but in the beginning, it was tough in the beginning because as a female, I felt I didn't want to burden a person who was just trying to get to know me. But my thinking changed when I realized, shit, it's costing me for them to get to know me.
Yep.
Because I'm paying for the sitter for them to get to know me. Something ain't right with the picture. And it took me almost a year for it to, like, the light bulb to come on. Ding. What you doing, girl? You paying all this in daycare childcare fees for them to go out to the movies for your child to be entertained, or you're going to be entertained by someone who can't even consider buying a bag of popcorn. Oh, there's something so wrong with this picture.
Exactly.
So wrong.
Exactly.
But
I was lucky to have the mom circle. Very, I can see. Because we would, like, I would have all 6 of them one weekend. We move them right over to the next mom.
Hey, I wish I probably would have got a lot more trouble had I had that available.
Yeah, I did get in a lot of trouble.
But those are things when I look at the young ladies today and I see some of their struggle and I see some of the depression because they don't want their children to be looked at as a burden to people or to themselves. Yeah. And I think all the time, man, if I were a young mom today, how would I look at my world? Would I still be in this lifestyle? I probably would, but I would probably look at it a little bit differently. You know what I mean? Because
I wish I had gotten in the lifestyle a lot younger than I did.
For myself, I was in the lifestyle, but didn't know what it was.
Yes, exactly. I wish I had language for it in my 20s and understanding because, you carry this kind of burden like, oh, I'm a cheater because I can't be faithful. And then I feel like I have to be mad at him because he's cheating too. When if I'd have just had an understanding of polyamory and the swinger lifestyle, I could be like, oh, that's what this is. We're not cheaters. We're polyamorous.
You're polyamorous. And it's like, I know for myself, it wasn't that I felt like I was cheating or they were cheating. I just felt like I was never giving the person that I was with the most enough time because I was always busy entertaining.
Gotcha.
And so my feel bad was like, dang, I probably should, not go out with this person. Probably should just kind of be home tonight.
Oh, girl, I cheated without remorse. Yeah. Like I'm going home this weekend to be with my parents. Okay, I cheated on someone in his dorm room while he was home visiting his parents for the weekend. It was dreadful. Just scandalous.
But would you call it cheating?
Cheating. And then I would internalize it because I could stay monogamous for a little while. I could stay monogamous for a little while. But then soon as they made me mad or as soon as I thought they was cheating on me, that was my excuse.
Emotional change.
Yeah, I'm cheating on you too.
Right. See, I've always been, even now in being a syndom, I won't say a people pleaser, but I want what I want and I know how to get it from people now. So back then it was like, I was always questioning, am I doing this for me? Am I doing it for them? Like, I won't play, but how do I convince them that it's okay for me to play? I never wanted to hurt my long-term partner. I never wanted to hurt their feelings. I never, gotcha. I was a believer in stroking the ego. Because not that I always wanted my ego stroked, but I wanted to know that I can walk into any room and I know my partner is going to be okay with whoever I go home with tonight. He's going to be cool with that, but I had a lot of schmoozing to do afterwards because his feelings would be so like, dang, I couldn't say it at the moment, but now that we're home, I can say that I wasn't too thrilled with you going with X, Y, and Z because, he and I had a beef, and you didn't know that, but it's like, well, I didn't know that. So, the energy was cool. And I was ready to play, but I learned over time how to read my partner and how to know those IQs when the eyes started twitching or when they were doing things out of the norm, that there was a problem with my behavior, that they were viewing,
Gotcha.
And it's like, all right, let me see. Is it worth it today? Is it worth it today? And I'm still like that today. It's like, okay, I'm in this long-term thing, but what, baby, we ain't talk, because I got some eye candy.
We try to check in like every time I go out. Like I went out with my homegirls, and I was like, "Hey, if I see something tonight, am I good? Yes, baby, you good? Okay, just making sure. Just making sure."
I mean, and we do that as well, but it's most of the time that I usually meet people while we're out together, and that's where I find the challenge, because I'm really jealous. I can put it out there. I'm a jealous person.
Okay.
And if I don't like the chick that's hitting on him, I'll give him the eye, like, no, she ain't the one. And he'll be like, damn, you again? Like, for real, can I have some fun tonight? And I was like,
I've never gone out and just picked up a girl before. Well, I mean, like we did it one time, but it was in a lifestyle environment, so it didn't really count. Like we
right. If it's preset, no, then that don't count. Like when you came to town, that would have been the perfect time to be like, oh, if you found some eye candy, that would have been a perfect time.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Girl, that toxic energy had my mental messed up. I couldn't get it took me like a whole.
But the next time you come back here, you're gonna have to be on the prowl.
I don't know. The permission has already been granted.
All right now, all right. That's what I'm talking about. So there's a question.
Okay.
Pat, what are your thoughts about a pre-made family? Lifestyle.
In the lifestyle, I have one because my husband had 2 children before me, and I have 1 child before him. And so our family was pre-made on both ends of it.
Okay. So you were open with that. Now, are you also open with getting another partner that has a pre-made family, or are you just talking at the family that you currently have?
But a particular type. I would honestly say, and I'm just being honest, I would not prefer a polyamorous partner with school-age children.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So like out of like late high school or out of the house?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm not stepmother material.
Honey,
it's not gonna be my ministry. Not for no little baby. Not at that. Like, I have 2 step kids now, but see, they know me already.
Right? That's different. That is way different.
And one of them is out of school, and one of them will be out of school in about, I think, maybe 6 years. So that would be a lot to navigate with my already young child.
Understand. I respect that. I totally respect that. So there's another question. Duchess, where are you from?
I am from the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Well, Southern Belle. All right now.
That's where I'm from.
Let's see. So, Duchess.
Yes.
I do need to ask.
Okay.
On your playtime, are you selective on gender, or are you selective on energy?
I am selective on energy, but I lean towards men. I am bisexual, but I like men better.
Got you.
And even so, like, I do like masculine females. So I would say I really am attracted to masculinity.
Got you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I have a friend who is very masculine, but she's, I think they call it femme daddy, where she, she doesn't really present masculine, but her energy
But her
is
energy
real.
is very
Yes.
strong. Yeah.
She
Very
does something to me, girl.
I
So
am there.
yeah, I lean towards masculine energy.
Okay.
I like feminine energy. If it's on the submissive side.
All right now. Okay.
So like, a lady with me, she'd have to either be really butch or really high femme submissive.
Okay. Okay.
Or
That's
she
there's
gonna be stuck in the friend
nothing wrong with
zone.
it. It's like, hey, it is what it is. If you don't fit those categories, I appreciate the follow. I appreciate the follow. You know. Oh, there's another question.
Okay.
How do you convince your partner that you are leaving the party with someone else when you came with them?
I'm not leaving the party with someone else. I'm gonna play at the party with someone else, but then I'm going home with my mister.
Got you. So I would. Well, I'm gonna play while we're there. But my thing is, if I'm interested in going with that person, then they're coming with us.
Gotcha.
Wherever we're going, because typically 90% of the time I don't play without my partner.
Exactly. I prefer us to be in the same room because we like to look at each other.
Look at each other, right? We feed off that energy. We feed off that energy, and I have found that it is easier for him to let me play if he knows I'm safe.
Yes, my husband is the same way.
So it's like, especially when we go to the parties and he doesn't know anybody there. He'll be like, you need to stay within eyesight. I don't care who you're doing with. No closed doors. I want to see. I want to be able to see you. I want to be able to put eyes on you.
Yes.
And, I mean, I'm totally okay with that because then I can be like, hey, am I doing good? Hey.
Yeah. You're like,
how do I look? But that's my voyeurism and that's my, exhibitionism. It's like that. Yes. I enjoy him watching me while I'm pleasuring somebody else.
Yes. That's one of the reasons why we started hosting our own parties so that we could feel a sense of safeness. Because like at our parties, I'm the host. Yeah. Nobody's going to mess with Duchess. So we're very comfortable playing in separate rooms in those types of situations.
Yes, most certainly. And that's the same for us. It's like I want him to always be comfortable with who I am and what it is about my business. I mean, we're not married, but we've been together a long time. And I want to know that no matter where he's at, he's got my back, girl. You know what I'm saying? And if I say baby he there. He don't give a fuck. What else is going on?
We have a whole little secret language. Like, there's a sign that if I give it, we getting up our clothes and we leaving.
We gotta go. Yeah, it says time to exit stage left. You know what I'm saying? Yes, and there is no like, oh, I want to play. No, it's just all right. We good. We good. You good. I'm good. We gone. Yeah, so exactly. I appreciate him for that because we met in the lifestyle. So it was like, we already kind of knew going in the give and take that was going to take for us both to have our own perspective journeys in the lifestyle. But
have you ever done a show about that? I think that would be so interesting.
We talk about it all the time. He and I, we talk about it all the freaking time, but it's like his followers are way different than my followers. So it's hard to get them to kind of cross over.
Gotcha.
So it's like he'll show up on my events. I haven't showed up on any of his events yet, only because I'm just like, nah, this is your time. It's your time. It's your time. And because I like to see him perform. It's like, it's a turn on for me. And I'm like, I ain't trying to work right now. Look, I paid my ticket. I paid my ticket.
Trying to be a fan.
Don't bother me.
Be a fan. Okay.
Right. It's like, but I enjoy seeing him in his element because he's my teddy bear, but he's like an ultra alpha, like so hardcore. Like you would not like if you knew him as a performer, you wouldn't think that he was the same person because it's a totally different energy. Totally
Yes.
different energy.
Yes.
Like when you met him, he's the big kid. He likes to play. You know what I'm saying? But when it's performance time, it's like business. He's like all on the don't fuck with me right now.
Duchess is one way when she's having drinks, and then whole way. But you can't be like
I'm the same all the way around. I'm like, man, I need me a different alter ego because I'm like the fucking same no matter what.
But I have found, like, you know, depending on what type of setting, you know, nobody wants to be that. You can't approach her. She's this.
Right.
So, you know, I definitely use the lifestyle to let my goofiness shine through a little more than I do.
Unfortunately, I don't know if it's unfortunate because he tells me all the time, he's like, you know, your interest is you're so quirky, is that you're comically silly, you know, and I'm like, shit, I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's good.
You know? He's like, but that's what makes you. He tells me all the time, I'm like, but I just seem like I'm a freaking nerd. I'm just nerdy. I'm trying to be all sexual and shit. I'm falling off the fucking bed. You know, I'm like, whoop, my bad. That wasn't supposed to be like that. Don't tell nobody.
Well, you know, that is the new black nowadays, girl.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. But I always make a point to enjoy myself no matter what environment I'm in. Sometimes he tells me I'm too damn friendly, you know, because I'm like, you know, I'm typically not a hugger, but when I'm in energy mode, like I'm going out to meet people, I become that ultra friendly, you know, oh, I'm gonna hug you. But if you hug me, you're gonna have to push my vibe button because I need to be stimulated. So, like, you know, they'll push my little vibrator, like, yeah, that's the shit right there.
I wore mine at the club last time we went, and everybody wanted to hug me and touch so they could feel it. And I was like, yeah, I'm on your vibrator.
Like, I love it. It's like, yes, that's how I look. I need to get my rocks out too. But I need to get something out of this deal here, you know.
Exactly.
Let's see. Yeah. Unfortunately, I am comically silly. I can't help myself. What meat your mate always say? What somebody you don't like? Okay, I think I'm not reading this question right.
Okay.
Will you let your mate okay with someone you don't like? It like I'm not sure. I'm not clear on that question, but I'm thinking that you're saying.
It sounds like.
Go ahead.
Maybe, do you let your partner play separately from you? Maybe.
Well, if that's the question, then yes.
Yes.
I let my partner play, but I also watch because I'm gonna be honest with you all. As a syndom, I am always in student mode, even though I'm an educator. I love to learn new shit, and if I see a heifer doing some shit that I ain't done, and he's really like getting in that shit, I'm gonna be like, look, bitch, we need to exchange fucking numbers because I ain't learned that shit.
You do? How did you do that? You did it. Oh, okay. You twisted it. Okay.
Right. Because I mean, I want to learn, but I also know that I'm not the end all to fucking be all. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I'm here to teach. I'm here to do this, but shit, bitch, I be learning. Some skills. Like, look.
And you know, oddly, I'm not even really a voyeur, but I love to watch my partner have sex with other women.
Nice. Okay.
He looks, because like when I'm engaging with him, I see him one way, but when I look at him from a distance, he looks different to me, and I like that a lot. Like I'd be like, that's mine right there. And then, you know, I like that.
I always look at their facial expressions because I know what he looks like. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know when you do that certain move, he's gonna be like, oh, you know, he gets that big eyes, you know. But when he gives a person, like, if he's really focused on you, that's what I want to know. What is she doing? What's she doing? Because I want him to look at me like that. Okay. I need that energy from him too. You know, I don't mind
Gotcha.
sharing the energy, but I want to be able to give him that same pleasure as well, so that he doesn't have to seek this person out again. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm jealous. I put it out there. I know I am. I know I am. But
Okay, I'm
look,
with it.
if they deal with me, they have to understand my jealous tendencies. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I put my cards up front. When I first started talking to people, I'm like, look, X, Y, and Z. If you can't handle this, don't mess with me. Don't step up. I'm gonna tell you up front. I am a hard person to date. I really am, and I know I am. But when you got me, you fucking got me.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
you know, and it's like I want him to forever to be happy, to find his inner peace, but I also want to be able to provide that for him. So now, if that means I'm got to be constantly learning shit to keep his interest, if I'm long term with you, I'm gonna do what the fuck I gotta do to make sure you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if that means inviting people into our playtime, I'm totally down with it. As long as the heifers or him, they know that you ain't staying. This is a time to be, and you know what I'm saying? You were gallantly selected for this opportunity.
So you don't like the idea, so do you like the idea of having a regular playmate on a regular basis?
I like the idea, but we haven't found a partner, male, female partner, that we could utilize in that sense. Because typically what happens is they get feelings.
Oh, okay.
And then it becomes a problem, because now you think that you're going to be outside of us, and there is none of that.
Gotcha. The one that we have, I shouldn't say that. Young lady that we date, she is also in the lifestyle. So she has a whole nother thing going on outside. And I think that makes a big difference, because I can totally see. Because we did date a young lady who was single, and she was needy as fuck.
Yeah, see, I don't do needy well. I don't do needy. I don't do needy.
Girl, I cannot.
I get enough of that from my clients. I don't want that in my personal time, you know.
Gotcha.
And that to me has been my challenge. It's like, for him, I think that because I'm an alpha whore. I love an alpha man. So my energy pulls on those type of men, and I know it just chaps his ass, because he's always feeling like he's constantly in war with these men, these new men that think they just gonna come up and be at the fucking head of the table, and motherfucker, you at the fucking bottom of the table. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like they have a little idea, an inkling of the lifestyle, but they don't get that there is a hierarchy. You know,
exactly.
It's like, you don't come into the pack being at the fucking head of the pack. That's just not the way it happens. And we have had a many of long fucking nights, bottles of wine conversations. Because it's like, you either gonna get rid of this motherfucker, or he and I gonna have some fucking serious words. You know, he's just, because I'll be damned if he thinks he's gonna come in here running my shit. You know, and it's like, he's a new pup. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. He's just trying to flex his muscles, you know. You know, and he's like, well, you need to tame that motherfucker real quick.
Okay, he needs some more lashes on his back.
Here he gotta go. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I mean, so it's been some challenges, but it's been some lessons along the way, and a lot of highlights. Don't get me wrong, there has been a lot of highlights, you know. So I'm grateful that I have found my love in this lifestyle, and I have finally found a place where I can just be me, no matter what day of the week it is. When my hair is fucking ain't on point, when my makeup looks crappy, or you know, I just don't feel like putting on that fucking sweatshirts and a fucking t-shirt. You know?
Exactly.
And I'm okay with who I am and how I play, and it's all about me and my world.
I know, right? I'm with you.
You know, so woo, honey. Let's see. Let me look back at the details.
I like having a quote unquote girlfriend, because like, you know, we're able to get to know each other, and she knows what I like, and then she's real submissive too, so that plays right in.
See, okay, I play with girls, and I have no problems in that. Most people know that. I have a problem with when she thinks she's gonna outdo me in my own shit. That's when we have.
Okay.
And it's like, and that is really the only reason why I do not have a lot of females around and play with my guy, is because there's always becomes this, I'm not gonna be challenged in my own fucking place. That's just it. Bottom line, it is what the fuck it is. This is my playground. Get the fuck out. You know, and I have no problems with telling anybody that. Okay. Now, if you don't come and play nice and abide by the motherfucking rules, we can play and we could all have a good time.
Okay.
So my challenge is that I have to come across a female that has come to the table with her cards face up. Now, if you come and you are interested in my guy, fucking say that shit. Don't try to friend me just to get close to my guy.
Oh yeah.
That shit pisses me the fuck off. I'm sorry. Excuse my language, Lair fam, but that shit, you get your ass beat over some shit like that. Don't fuck with me. I play fair, I play nice, but I will whoop somebody's ass over my man. Okay. Okay.
All right, together and do it.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come to me, address it as what it is. You're interested? Now we can set up negotiations. That's the whole part of the communication. Now I don't mind him because you know damn sure it's quiet as he might be attracted to your ass too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But don't come and try to be my friend, knowing that you don't fucking want to be my friends.
Exactly.
My fucking circle is small. It's small as fuck. I got maybe 2 or 3 people that I actually fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like, if you gonna friend me, don't fake the funk, because it'll fuck up a whole lot of shit if you're not serious. Because
if you're gonna be friends with me, if you're going to, you know, if I'm the reason that you're here, then fucking act like it.
Thank you. And
yes, because if me and you conversing and he get up and go over there and talk to someone else, why are you going? You said you came for me.
Honey,
where you going? I'm right here.
Tequila on that one, okay?
Yeah, because my husband, he's like that. He's like, okay, you want to get with me and my wife. You want to get with my wife? Well, I'm gonna go walk around. You two ladies chat.
Exactly, chat, and it really can be that simple. It really can be that simple. People make it fucking complicated when it don't have to be. You know?
It don't have to be. All we have to do is open up our mouth and talk about what we want.
Just be
what
real.
We want to do.
Be real with it. Because I mean, it flatters me when ladies are, you know, all fun and all over my guy. It flatters the fuck out of me because I'm like, shit, I know I picked the good one, didn't I? I picked that. Okay. You know, I'm like, all right, I like her. She got good taste. You know, you know what I mean? But I can be real with it like that, you know, but it's with all these falsities, it's like that chaps my ass more than anything. You know, it's like, just be real with your shit. You know, because I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, like, if I ever met your husband and I was attracted, I'd be like, look, bitch, look, we need to discuss some things. We need to discuss some things.
You see a hotel room with 2 beds in it. That's all.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, but
we can all look and touch a little bit.
Hey, you know, but that
all the energy can flow together.
You know, that's the beauty of being grown in this lifestyle. You know that there are protocols, so to speak. You know,
exactly. There's a set of rules, and whether somebody actually set you down and talked about it or not, but there is a set of rules. Whenever we have our parties, there is a time that everybody gets to introduce themselves and tell how they play.
See, and that I think that's good because not everybody plays the same. Lord knows that's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, you'll find couples where the wife doesn't play with men at all. She only plays with girls. And then you'll have couples, you know, they only play in the same room together. Or couples that don't play together at all.
Right. It's like, look, I don't know you when I'm here, okay?
Yeah. Do you?
I know you only in passing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay, because that's what they have established. You know, when they
Mm-hmm.
go into that type of environment, they know with among themselves what the protocol is. This is non-negotiable. If we're going
Yeah.
to the party, X, Y, and Z is going to happen. You're going to do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. We're going to meet in the middle. We're going to be good. We're going to go home together. You know?
Together.
So, you know, but I find like for me, the lifestyle parties are just another avenue for me to network and meet new people. You know,
Gotcha.
most of the time, I'm just there to. I enjoy watching. Especially if I've never been to one of your parties before, I'm not going to play on the first time. That's just my thing. Now he may play and find a whole lot of people that he's trying to recruit, but I'm just watching because I just want to see what the energy is like, you know.
Gotcha.
And then if I come back again, that's when they be like, oh, okay, all right,
Yeah, I remember her. That's the one.
yeah, right. You know, and that's like I like what I saw when he was doing that with the old girl. You know what I'm saying? So my energy is like, I'm a people watcher. You know,
Okay.
most of the time when people see me, I don't do a lot of talking. I don't do a lot of socializing, just because I'm busy watching what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
You know? But that's how I find the people that I want to network with and talk with, is just by how they interact with people in the environment that we're in, you know?
Yes.
And
I
so,
like to watch them too. I especially like to watch the couples interact with each other. Example, we had met this couple at the swingers party, and the husband was not aggressive but persistent in his trying to get to know me. Like, he was in my DMs,
okay.
not disrespectfully, but he was in my DMs, and I was just like, I don't know about this guy. I don't know. But then saw him again. I paid attention to him this time.
Okay.
I loved the way that he treated his wife. That shit turned me on.
See?
I was like,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now you have my attention.
See? And I got mad respect for couples who know how to respect each other when they're out
Yes.
in public. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some that just, they don't know how to interact with you because they're so they're stiff with this shit, you know. You know, and there's not a nice way to put it, but you can tell that they're not comfortable flirting or talking with other people in the light of their partner, you know. So yeah, now, are you and your husband, are you all on social media together? Does he have followers as well as yourself?
Yes, we are not. We are on social media separately. He is. We don't have locks on our phones at home, so we do have free range to look at everything. But no, we don't share a profile.
Okay.
Okay. And then
that your followers, his followers.
Yes, like more of our vanilla followers, because we got a lot of same friends and family, right? And then we have the Cashmere Room, we have the group, where we do the lifestyle party. So almost all of our lifestyle friends are about the same.
Okay. Well, see, most of our friends are the same. I mean, we have a lot that are different because I'm from a different state, so they don't always cross over. But for the most part, what I find the most challenging about us being in the entertainment field together is the followers that either, one, don't know that we're together, or two, know that we're together but try to cause friction.
Oh, well, my husband is a chef, so I don't have that problem. He's not an entertainer.
Okay, got you.
He cooks.
Okay.
So I'm with you on that. And then, like, because when we do the parties, he does all of the logistics side. Gotcha. And then I do the entertainment, the hosting part. Gotcha. But everybody knows that Duchess belongs to Deuce. Everybody, like, they know.
And that's part of my issue. My
they know.
To I won't say stay incognito, but I find that for my business, Black Ivy's Lair, it is all about perception.
Yes.
And because they want, their ideal is that they could become my next Dom, you know?
Yes.
And me having a forefront partner that is in pictures and all that stuff, it kind of fizzles the fantasy. You know?
Okay.
So a lot of people don't know that I have 2 full-time partners, you know, and I'm in negotiations to have another one just because, you know, there's always an open date on the date book.
Oh, really?
But
you don't say.
They're both entertainers as well. And so it's hard when I'm at an event and my one partner is a male exotic dancer, and it's like I'm like, I usually always get a table or I'm vending, and I'm just like trying not to be like, oh, okay, you need to come over here because I'm ready to play. You know, I'm like so turned on. You know, but then when my other partner has events, I haven't really gone to any of his events because he's really where my heart is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to see all these women falling on him because I know I'll get upset. I know I'll get upset and be like, bitch, wait, that belonged to me. Mine.
Oh, Lord.
Mine.
Mine.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I love you, honey, but I'll help you get it together. I'll help you promote it. I'll help you do all it, but
we're gonna have to work on that compersion, girl.
Look, I'm human. I have feelings.
Yes, absolutely.
And I always like to be transparent because this is a real fucking world. If you're gonna be a lifestyle, there are gonna be times when you're very fucking uncomfortable. There are. No matter, I don't care how long you've been, there's gonna be one time that you can fucking remember that the shit didn't feel good.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I love him to death. And one day he may be my lifetime. But for now, it's like, I don't know if I want people to know that I'm together with him because I know they'll make it hard. They'll make it more challenging than it needs to be. And it's like, I ain't ready for that. I'm woman enough to know that I will fuck a motherfucker up over shit that's mine.
Well, then keep your secret a little longer, girl.
Thank you. Right.
A little longer.
Good words of advice. Just because I do care, but I also know that we're both building and we're both trying to get to the next level. And I don't want him to hold me back, and I don't want to hold him back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I respect the entertainment part of our business, you know. But I'm always like, we're both on our social media pages together, and we're just like, we like, oh, did you see that shit? You know, oh my God, did you see this one? I'm like, oh my God, yes, I saw that. No, I didn't.
Well, I will tell you, I did not know until I met y'all.
I love it. I
had to ask you. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, this is the same, I think. I don't know.
Like,
I think.
Like, yeah. I don't really think that. You know, and it's not that. It's really the perception. It really, and that's a lot of. If I wasn't in the entertainment business, I'd be like, look, you're either gonna tell somebody about me or we're gonna have problems.
I belong to a lot of polyamorous and kinky and swinger groups in order to promote my podcast.
Of course.
And on a lot of them, we don't tell people that, you know, oh, by the way, Deuce the Mister is my husband, and tag him in the post. Right. You know, if they ask me, yes, I am married. This is who I'm married to. But for the most part, I'm on here as Duchess trying to promote my podcast.
Exactly.
But then if you slide in my DMs, I gotta let you know I'm not no unicorn.
Come
You
on.
might think I am because I dress provocatively, but I'm not no
Right.
unicorn.
Right.
I'm a married woman.
Come on now.
My husband is in the lifestyle too. So I have to, have to let people know up
You have to
front.
let people
I'm not
know.
a unicorn. I'm
Yes.
outgoing. I talk a
Yes.
lot of shit. I share pictures on Titty Tuesday, but
Right.
I'm not a unicorn.
Come on now. Cause look, we fun. We fun
Yeah,
like
I'm fun. I'm a good time, but don't play with me. I'm
don't
not a
play.
unicorn.
Don't get
Yeah.
twisted.
Because a lot of people will just assume, and then you have those couples that are quote unquote unicorn hunters.
Come
They will
on.
just assume, and no, I'm married.
And that's where I think again the communication comes out,
Mm-hmm.
but there are times when those that don't take your words as gospel,
Mm-hmm.
test you, and I'm quick to be like, someone comes into my DM, yes, I'm partnered. That's my thing. I'm partners. You don't need to know my inside business. Just know that I'm partner and I do have someone,
Yes.
But if you're interested in education, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
I can see, yeah.
And it's not, she's just gonna sleep with me just because. I'm like, trust me, I am by no means that hard up for the dick.
Okay. Like, dick is easy.
I'm very highly selective.
But good time, I'm not easy though.
Come on now. It's like you don't know how much you're gonna have to work.
Okay. It's a couple in my DM right now. They've been there a whole year.
Honey. But if you are that persistent, if you are respectful in your shit,
mm-hmm.
we can have some words and we can see where some shit go. But just know that it's not going to be easy for you.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm a real planets aligned type of chick. Yeah. So like, even if I have played with you before, every time I see you doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a taste tonight.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, I think that is, again, where the lines are kind of blurred for some people, where there's not an easy way to put it. They catch feelings.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Like, I may play in this environment, but if you catch me on my day job, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't know who Black Ivory is. They know my
exactly.
Name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, nothing about Duchess.
You know what I mean? And people forget that it's an entertainment. It's a job. It is. Now, if you get to know me on a personal level, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole different fight. You know what I'm saying? So it can be different. But you got to get to that level. You have to get to that level.
Yeah.
Hand it to you.
Oh, yeah, because you have, like, for me, the lifestyle is just personal. But for you, it's also your business too, right?
My business. Exactly. It's my business.
Okay.
And I do, well, before the pandemic, I did a lot of one-on-ones with people. Mm-hmm. And it amazes me how they compare the one-on-one to us actually having sex. And it's like, I don't have sex with my clients. I'm sorry. If that's what you're looking for, then that's not what you're going to get in your one-on-one. But you'll get the education and you need to be able to provide services or provide pleasure for your partner,
Gotcha.
Now, if you catch me at a lifestyle event, that's totally different.
But then you got to pull me now. You got to get up. You got to put your mat game got to be strong.
I'm not in teacher mode. I'm not in teacher mode. You get one chance, and if you fuck it up, you just fucked it up.
Yeah. If you don't make me laugh, it's over. Right.
So, it's just trying to keep that balance. Trying to keep that balance. He said he finished his bottle. Oh my gosh, Jamal, I love you. He's so funny. He finished the bottle on both of us.
What is a Mama Pharaoh? I don't understand.
Oh, I think that's his mother.
Gotcha, Mama Pharaoh. Okay, I'm with you. Is it cold up there?
It's not really cold. It's like mild. It's really mild.
Okay.
You know, like what 2 weeks ago it was snowing, so
Oh, wow. Yes.
this weather don't know what it wants to do.
We left right before the snow came.
Right, right. So before we close out tonight, Duchess,
Okay.
I would like for you to share just a tidbit about the Cashmere Room.
Okay.
And anything tantalizing that you want to share with the ladies.
All right. So the Cashmere Room is my podcast, and I tell erotic stories and poems and monologues. I am the pussy preacher.
Come
like
on,
the
now.
female Dolomite, you know what I'm saying? The orgasm orator. I was doing the play for Colored Girls, and I did my first open mic night. After rehearsal, we went to open mic night, and I got on stage and did a poem and caught the bug to spoken word artistry. And you know, if you've ever done the actual play, if you've ever seen the actual play for Colored Girls, it's not a story. It's a collection of poems that all stand alone.
Yes.
So that was my inspiration for the podcast. And you know, I'm in the lifestyle. I'm a femdom. I'm a swinger. I'm polyamorous, kinky, and I'm the only one of my Black girlfriends that is.
Okay.
So everyone is always like, ooh, tell us the tea. What did you induce the mister do? You know, where did you go? Oh my goodness, it was so fun. Like I flogged my first man. It was amazing. They always want to hear the stories. And I've always been able to talk about sex very easily.
Okay.
So I just put the two things together. Boom, the Cashmere Room was born. And I write all the stories have a sliver of truth in them.
Okay.
Just a sliver. Like the first one is called Number 27, and it's about this 27-year-old man that I fucked with my husband's permission. And at that time, he was the youngest man that I had sex with, and I officially joined the Cougar Club. Woo! So that's what the story's about. And you know, you embellish a little bit. And then there's one called Immoral Works of Literature. When I was in college, I used to meet this young man in the library, and we would have sex like on the floor in the library, like in between the cases of books.
I knew you were in you, girl.
Yes. I told you I've been about this life a long time.
Woo, honey, come on, y'all. Look,
and then let's see, there is episode number 2 is called How Sweet the Sound. Me and my boyfriend were in one bed, and my best friend and her boyfriend were in another bed. And that was the first time I heard a woman come in real life before. Like you see it on porn, but she started coming, and me and my boyfriend, both of us stopped what we were doing to look at them.
To watch. You're like, what?
Yes. Like, what is going on over there? Like, that's how the man, like, why am I not making the sounds that she's making? Like, this seems very unfair.
Right. I want some of that over there, please.
I know, right? And then there's some that are like completely my imagination. Episode number 6 is called Sadistic Wet Dreams. And it's about a woman who doms a couple. She meets a submissive, bisexual, polyamorous, interracial couple at this nighttime breakfast spot. And they pick her up, and they're like, you know, we want you to come and flog us. We've never been dominated by a Black woman before, and that's what we want. And she goes to a hotel takeover. Now that part's real because I've been to hotel takeovers.
Right, exactly.
And you know, she doms them, and she cranks the woman on his dick like a floor jack, and she chokes the man while she rides his face, and she squirts all over the both of them, and they lick her squirt up off the floor, and then they're all very rudely interrupted. And you have to listen to the story to see what they get
Come
interrupted.
on now. And what was that called so we can find it on the podcast?
Episode number 6.
All right, now y'all heard it. Episode number 6.
Number 6, Sadistic Wet Dreams. Yes. And I just recently did one called Push Over. And no, it's called Work Over Push.
Okay.
Work over push.
Okay.
And it is it's kind of like fan fiction. Deuce the Mister and I are huge fans of wrestling. Huge fans. And so I did all this research about the history of wrestling and where it comes from and how it's like the original sport, like all humans, all races, all ethnic groups wrestle, and tied a little sexiness into it. Because, you know, we got a Black girl who won the belt not too long ago. So, you know, kind of elevate my craft.
Yes. And,
I write the stories. It takes about 2 weeks to write the stories, and then I practice them like spoken word poetry.
Exactly. Okay.
And it's like a story with a little bit of history, and then wrap it all up with some good old nasty.
Come on. Nice bow on it.
Yes, some good nasty artistry. I did one about the first time I had sex with 2 other couples. So it was 6 of us in a bed together. And I wrote this story called Religious Ecstasy, about orgies and what they really are and how they're not what I thought they was. I thought it was just a bunch of people having sex, but I was like, no, it's really a religious practice.
Come on now.
So, you know, I try to teach the children something.
Oh, I'm all for the education.
I know, I try to teach them something.
I'm all for it.
And you can find the podcast on Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and Podbean.
Got you. Okay. Well, definitely send me that information so that I can.
I will.
Yes.
And
definitely.
I just recently launched a Patreon.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. My husband and I came up with this concept to where we're going to have sex and record the audio. And then after you have sex, you know, your body is flooded with all of those good serotonin and dopamine. Those are the best conversations.
Yes.
So it is an afterglow conversation, and you'll get, if you go on our Patreon, you'll get to hear us have sex and then hear the afterglow conversation. We're going to be talking about everything from like porn and politics and being a swinger. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be real juicy.
I am not mad. I am so happy for you, girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cha-ching. I'm like, that's my girl. That's my girl. Cha-ching.
Yes.
I am not mad. Just giving our clients something that they already want, that they're seeking, seeking that entertainment, but they're also seeking that pleasure, you know, because if you got somebody's mind, you got the body, girl. You got the body if you have it. So, woo, honey, I can't wait.
Yes.
Can't wait.
And I just want to say I appreciate you very much. You know, people can say what they want to about you as an entertainer, that you're great at what you do and you're this so entertaining, but I can say that you are a real one because you came through for me in Chicago. I appreciate you, sis, very much.
Thank you. From my heart to yours, girl. From my heart to yours.
Yes.
For real. True the life. There's not many people that I deal with, but when I fuck with you, I fuck with you. You know?
Exactly.
So that's just how I've always been. You know, I don't have a lot of people in my circle, but if you in there, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, somebody said Pussy Preacher. I love it. Yes. I call myself the female Dolomite because I grew up listening to Dolomite records and Old Red
Come
Fox
on now. Take me
and like
home.
all of those people. Like that's how I grew up. And it's like spoken word. It's like a poem wrapped up in a good old nasty story. And I've actually had sex while my story was playing in the background.
All right now. Nothing like getting that onto your
Yeah.
own work.
And I was like, we were together, and one of the ladies, one of my friends in the lifestyle, they're a full swap couple with us, and she was just like, "Oh, I love this. Your play it. I want to hear your voice." And I was like, "For real?" And she was like, "Yes." I was like, "Okay, put that shit
I ain't
on."
mad. I ain't mad.
I had a whole different moment than the rest of them. Like I had a whole different moment than the rest of them.
Well, that sounds exciting actually, because just to know that somebody is turned on by not
Yes.
only words, but the feel of your energy on your delivery. You know what I'm saying?
I don't write it. If it don't make my pussy wet, I do not write it.
Come on now. I'm not mad.
There's
I am not
there's
mad.
a lot of stories on the cutting room floor, like I start them, but I'm like, if it don't make my pussy wet, then what's the purpose?
I can't. Right. I can't. See, and that
Yeah.
for me, I'm a writer, but I'm not a poet per se of the spoken word and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I write just to get the things that I'm thinking about. It's like pressure to release that pressure for me.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go back and read some of the shit I wrote, I'm like, God, what? Woo, honey, I was in a good moment. That one, I was in a good moment. Like, ooh,
Yes.
I can't tell nobody. Look, that was for me. I can't share that with nobody.
David.
Because there's sometimes that your work just isn't for everybody. It's not to be shared all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There are those pieces that's like, okay, when I meet my 20-year anniversary in this industry, I'm gonna drop that motherfucking book, and it's gonna be a fucking bomb. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of those stories, I can only tell them because it's 20 years ago.
Yes.
And I don't rightly remember his name. I might remember the dick, but I don't remember his name. G. Okay. I remember that we was in a bunk bed and it was on West 14th Street in Chicago, but I don't remember what his name was.
But the shit was good. It was good.
It was good.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah. That's where I'm from, by the way. Shout out to the West Side, West 14th Street.
Come on, Chicago.
That's not hood right there.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're going to be wrapping it up here pretty quickly, but would you mind sharing just a touch,
a tiny bit, okay,
or something? Look, send us to bed nice and wet, okay?
Not nice and wet. Okay, let's see. Let me go. Okay, this is an excerpt from episode number 18, Work, Over, and Push. It's a fornication fairy tale. And let's see. And he was a man of his word. He put his mouth all over every inch of my body, every curve, every scar, every stretch mark and birthmark, every callus. He sucked each one of my fingers down to the soles of my feet. He held my whole thigh in his arms like a baby as he licked and kissed my posterior fascia skin, my earlobes and my neck and my back, every nook and cranny. And with each kiss, I could feel his mouth bite and suck and lick my flesh. And he growled like I tasted delicious. All this, and I was still wearing my underwear, and he was still fully clothed himself. I said, "Aren't you going to take this off?" I tugged at his shirt. "No, ma'am." He said quite sternly, "Here's the deal. Look, I need my chi for tomorrow. I'm an athlete and I need yours too. I'm going to win this tournament tomorrow. That's why I want you to come for me, all over me. Don't you know black girl pussy is magical?
All right now. All right now. Very does. Very does. Very does.
Yes, yes. Don't you know black girl pussy is magical? You know, and here's a girl doesn't even know that her own pussy is magical, and this young man is begging her for it so he can win this wrestling tournament.
All right now. All right now. Tell us where to find that episode.
Okay, that's episode number 18, the most recent episode inside the Cashmere Room podcast, and that's Work, Over, and Push.
Come on now. All right
A
now.
little later, he says, I'm gonna wear your shirt soaked in your juices, and the whole gym gonna smell like your pussy.
What? Now that's what I'm talking about. Come on, bring my own pheromones to the game.
Yes, bring her own pheromones to the wrestling tournament.
I am not mad at that. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Well, you Lair family, be sure to follow Duchess Cashmere. Her information is
right
below. It's below.
Right down there. Yeah,
I want her to have at least 20 more followers from the Lair family.
I know, right? That would be so awesome.
Come on, y'all.
I just made it to 700, so I'm very excited.
Woo, woo. All right now. All right. That is what I'm talking about.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you so much.
You are so welcome. And you are welcome to Black Ivory's Lair anytime, honey. Anytime. We will definitely have to, when you come to Chicago again, we will definitely have to make a play date.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, thank you again, Lair family, for joining Black Ivory's Lair tonight for Sensual Conversations and Cocktails. You never know what will happen when you open the little black box. Just know that you will be pleasured and have a ton of fun. So until next time, Lair family, be sure to have a black heart. Thank you again, Duchess. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time on Black Ivory's Lair, Sensual Conversations with Cocktails.